Good morning, it's Yvonne here to do the readings for the earth signs, and this will be for the lovely sign of Taurus. If I can put you up, Taurus, you're give me a little bit of trouble today. Taurus, thank you. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet to the Aussie Goddess, please subscribe. I'd love to have you on board, and make sure you press the bell. So I go live today on YouTube at 12 midday. I do question readings for a small donation, and of course I post star sign readings every day, and I also do daily reads. So have a look for the What's Cracking and the bonus read. I do those every day, except for the weekends, of course. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, I always say you need to go and check out your natal chart to find out what other planets were in your sign the day you were born. That will help you to see other aspects of yourself. It's really important that you know yourself well, and if you do that, you can get a free report and learn about yourself from the beginning. But you know what, not every reading is going to resonate with you anyway. But if it does resonate with you, I do ask that you give it a thumbs up. It's definitely good karma, and I'll thank you for that in advance. Okay, we're going to use the Spirit Song Tarot for your reading today. So if you're wondering what this is, it has a back like that and very beautiful pictures. And if you're learning tarot, it's actually quite a good tarot deck because it does have sort of a very basic meaning at the bottom of the deck here. See, that's the Ace of Cups too. Happiness and abundance has a lot more meanings than that, but it would be a good starter deck for that reason. All right, let's get into your reading, Taurus. All right, so we have the Ten of Wands coming straight out of the gate. Now, the Ten of Wands tells me a cycle is finishing here. Very often, by the time you get to the Ten of Wands, your back is sore and you've had a lot of responsibility or a lot of weight on your back to carry forward. It is about being able to put something down. Now, sometimes this may be something like you may be walking away from a relationship, you could be walking away from a job, you could be walking away from a situation where you've carried a lot of responsibility for a while and maybe it just doesn't serve you anymore. But it's about putting something down because it's becoming too heavy or too much weight to carry. So sometimes it can be about us moving responsibilities aside and relieving ourselves of that anxiety. We do have the Magician here, so I like this a lot. The Magician is a card that talks about manifestation. It talks about us creating something for ourselves, and I feel like here you are putting something down because you've had some sort of realization you can do something differently. That's what it feels like. It's like, I can do this differently. I'm not doing it this way anymore. We do have the Knight of Swords coming through with the Ten of Cups. So you've gone immediately from the Ten of Wands to the Ten of Cups through that Magician energy. So something here you're really understanding you have the power in because you're taking a leap of faith with the Fool card. So there's a real, you're taking a leap of faith towards love here. And somehow or another, your emotions have been holding you back. But with this Tower energy, Two of Pentacles, okay. You may very well be taking something into your own hands this week. I feel like perhaps you've been standing by, watching something happen, feeling like you've had no power in a situation. So you've been very, very stuck in this energy, feeling like you couldn't do anything. So for some of you, it may be approaching someone, especially with that sort of Ten of Cups energy here. Maybe you felt you couldn't be with someone or you didn't have a chance with someone. Maybe now you're putting down those Ten of Wands and just getting into that Magician energy and going for it. So there's very much this sort of energy of you going through something for a long while where you've been tossing up, do you have the power to sort this situation out? And I feel like you do. I feel like you're really going for it here. You're really understanding that you have what it takes to get this off the ground. Now, for some of you, it may not necessarily be love. It might be another situation. For example, you may never have worked in a certain field, and you've always felt that you couldn't work in that field because you didn't have what it takes. But now you're seeing it, you have what it takes, and you're going for it. Let's have a look. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords coming through first. I like this because this is telling me you're going to do your research before you move into this situation. You may be doing a little bit of stalking. You may be sort of like trying to understand something or get more information on something. I feel like you need to do that because somehow or another you're trying to reassure yourself that you have the capacity to do whatever this is. So you're definitely going for something here. It talks about exploration and discovery here with the Page of Swords. All right, and then we have the Strength card. Very, very nice. And I knew a person once who used to always say to me, go like the elephant. Just do it. Be like the elephant. And what they were saying to me was you just need to go for it. Nothing's going to stand in your way. And if it is, you're just going to move it out the way yourself. So it was a really powerful thing to say. But the Strength card sort of tells me that you're dealing with something here where you are trying to work up some sort of energy of courage. But that Ten of sort of Wands tells me that it may be the case that you've always maybe given yourself a hard time or put yourself in a box or made yourself feel small because you didn't feel you had the capacity to carry something out. And you're about to, with this Page of Swords, you're about to prove something to yourself here. Maybe you're doing the first approach in a relationship. Maybe you're approaching somebody about an opportunity. But something you're doing here because you have felt that you can finally do things in a very different way. I feel like that Ten of Swords feels like you're sort of putting down maybe some ideas or thoughts or misconceptions you had about yourself. All right, we have the Knight of Cups. So for some of you, it's definitely love. I feel like you're going after some sort of love offer here. I feel like with the Strength card, you've worked with those energies of not feeling worthy or not feeling you could do something. You know, and people do that all the time. You know, you say to them, you know, you need to do this, and they'll say, oh, no, I couldn't. And I say, why not? You know, I need a good reason for you to tell me why you can't do it. Or because it's not the right thing to do. And then I'll discuss that with them. But a lot of the time, it's just our socialized thinking. You know, like, for example, I couldn't go out with somebody younger than me. I couldn't... I'm trying to think of a really good example of why you're holding yourself back here. And it probably is a myriad of explanations. But I hear you saying with that Ten of Wands, I can't do it, I can't do it, I can't do it. Something has changed in you, though, with that Magician energy. Something has made you realise that actually anything is possible here. Anything is possible. And I feel like that's what you're doing. It's almost like you're saying, well, okay, I can see that I can do it now and I'm going to go for it. I'll put the Ten of Wands down and I'm taking a chance. All right, so the Hermit card is here. I always look at these. Some of these cards amuse me greatly, but look at the koala. And you always say to people, they are the most aggressive, mean and nasty creatures. And they make horrible noises. They sound like they're killing cats. And a lot of people look at them and go, oh, they're so cute and cuddly. Wait till you see one, especially a male, when it's mating season. They are really quite scary and very, very aggressive. But we don't see that. We only see the cute and cuddly koala. But there is definitely a need here with this Hermit card. So maybe you are taking time out. I feel like some of you may be actually talking through a situation with somebody you respect, who you feel that you can get some really good advice from. And I feel like this person's most likely going to say to you, you know what, you're already capable of doing this. Why are you holding back? Why are you thinking? Because sometimes we do need those old fears or those old ideas about who we are and those socialized concepts to be questioned. And I'm not saying about doing anything illegal or immoral. So let's take that out of the question. And our ethics are very, very important. But I feel like this is extremely manageable. Whatever it is, it's extremely manageable for you. But you're talking yourself out of it. Now, maybe you have a fear of rejection. Maybe you have a fear of abandonment. And maybe that's something you need to deal with. But I do feel here you're going to take the lead on something. 5 of Cups. There you go. That's why. 3 of Cups. 3 of Feathers. 3 of Swords. You have had past heartbreak, past hurts here. Many of us have. This isn't something that's sort of, you're not alone, Robinson Crusoe. You know, we all have a lot of pain in our past, but it can't stop us from taking a chance in the future. So this is the energy I'm seeing here, where you're saying, I can't do it because I've been hurt before, or I can't do it because somebody treated me poorly before, or I can't take a chance on this, what happens if it doesn't work out? That's the sort of energies I'm getting through here. And some of the socialized views. Like, I can't do that. It's, you know, it's not seen as being right. It may be that you're crossing cultures here or crossing religious barriers. You may be crossing some sort of social expectation. But I feel like here that what the universe is saying to you is that actually your fears are much more a barrier to you than what the actual situation is. And I do see that here. So we have the High Priestess, trust your intuition. We have the Emperor coming through with the Page of Cups. So is it that you're worried about approaching somebody here because perhaps you're a female and they're a male and it doesn't seem right to ask a male out on a date? Because that is a social construct. It's something we've made up. I feel like it's something that was made up a long time ago because men wanted to be able to give men more control in situations. It's a bit the same with the age thing that I was saying before. You know, when people say I couldn't go out with somebody younger than me, it may be that, because I don't think that applies to men so much, but for women that has become a very strong social construct. And a lot of women trying to work through that energy. And I feel like that's why a lot of the twin flames have an age difference between the woman and the man. So whatever's happening here, you're being sort of encouraged by the universe to go for something. You're being encouraged to review your social constructs, your religious or cultural constructs, in order to have the love here that you deserve. Because I feel like somehow or another that love in the past has been very difficult for you. You have found it very hurtful. I see you in this Emperor energy, and I feel like here that you are learning how to take your power back, how to ensure that you can do whatever you need to do. Again, as long as it's legally responsible or, you know, not harming others in any way, shape or form. But this is definitely about you taking your power back from whoever took it away from you in the past and going for what you want. I do feel there's a lot of healing in this card with the Strength and Hermit card. So it could be that you're seeking out help through counseling or through speaking to an advisor of some kind. But you're definitely taking the plunge on something here. It's beautiful. Learning to trust your intuition. All right, so what I see here is the Ten of Wands. You're putting down a burden. I realize here that you're understanding that you have everything you need. So you're no longer feeling you're lacking something here. So we do have the Knight of Swords coming through. So I do feel that you are either seeking out information or speaking to somebody else about a situation, because you're coming into the Ten of Cups energy. So something's definitely changed. You're taking a leap of faith here towards love. And I really feel here that the universe is saying to you, you need to take a chance on this, because actually possibly the other person is feeling the same, or there is definitely a strong connection between you. You are acknowledging your emotions here, and even though it means you have to break down some barriers here with the Tower, I feel like you're going to perhaps toss up a little bit, but you are going to move towards your destiny here. You are definitely considering here with the High Priestess, what is in my best interest and how can I get that object of my desire into my life. All right, let's have a look at an oracle card for you, Taurus. Awakening, there you go. That's what it feels like to me, that you're having some sort of awakening here. Makes a whole lot of sense to pull that card. a whole lot of sense. This is about energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. You're going through a period of awakening. Things are changing within you and at many levels. You are starting to remember ancient truths and discovering more and more about who you are and why you incarnated. You may find that you're experiencing past life flashbacks. That could be what we're seeing here. Seeing the invisible thread that is woven through all of life, or even feeling Kundalini Shakti rise through your body from the base of your spine. The most important thing for this time is not to overthink it and to stay grounded. Share your experiences with like soul people while you consciously integrate them. That's all hermit energy. Journal and pay attention to your dreams. You are remembering and your soul gifts are emerging. So I feel that's the magician energy. During this time of transition and awakening, you may be called to devote yourself to being of service. So it also talks about you perhaps having higher tasks than what you're currently going here. But it could be because it says here you're being called to make a shift in your life. Don't think too much. Instead, repeat the following work your life activation. So there is a surrender to your awakening here. This is about you opening up to the universe. And I feel that with this High Priestess energy, that somehow or another you are starting to see it for yourself. So you're taking a plunge here. You're going for something here that's going to be life-changing. Thanks, Taurus.